Hello and welcome to Felixstowe Television, and this is our programme called Felixstowe Matters. Now, I'm really excited today because I have with me a most interesting lady. She's dynamic, she's enthusiastic, she's talented, and she runs the most amazing company in Suffolk. And her name is Pam Davis. And she runs a company called Fashion Candy Style. Oh, Fashion Candy Style, worth saying twice, isn't it? And so I'd love to introduce you to Pam. Hello, Pam.
Hello, Maureen.
Thank you so much for coming today. It's taken ages to
It
get
has
you
taken
here, hasn't
ages, yes. I've had quite a few things going on, but we've managed to get together now.
I'm so looking forward to this because I don't know if you know, but Pam ran the Suffolk Fashion Show, the really successful Suffolk Fashion Show.
Yes.
Fabulous show, very professional, very glossy, wonderful models there.
Absolutely.
Including yourself.
Thank you.
And it was a great success.
It was. It was something which was born out of last year. We started off with Ipswich Fashion Week and we worked with various people. But myself as a company wanted to continue taking Suffolk into the fashion world, really. So we decided to team up with some other people who do the co-direction with the design. And we decided to take it into Suffolk Fashion Week as opposed to Ipswich Fashion Week.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So bigger,
and we were really trying to focus on the independents, which we've got in and around Suffolk, because there's a lot of, the high street is the high street, but we've got our lovely independents who have got some magnificent boutiques in and around Suffolk, and we want to really highlight those for everyone in and around the area.
I think that's a brilliant way, because we're always saying, you don't need to go to London, do you, for all these things? Suffolk has everything here.
Suffolk does. We've got some real hidden gems in and around Suffolk, down in the coastal areas as well. There's some really lovely boutiques that people probably don't get to see or hear about. So that was why we decided to put them onto the catwalk and let everybody see what's available.
Fabulous. Now, you do lots of things, don't you?
You're
a fashion model.
I am.
You can see that, can't you? She is beautiful, utterly beautiful.
Thank you.
We had a picture of you come up then. Look at that.
We did. That was in Norwich. I was doing my stylist side of the business there.
Oh, and you're a stylist
I'm a stylist as well, yes. So they all come together.
Right.
They all come together under the nice umbrella. So a stylist is a stylist. I think most people know what stylists are about.
But if they don't, what is a stylist?
Well, a stylist is somebody who would take somebody who's a little less confident in what sort of clothes they need to wear and how they need to wear them and what's right, more importantly, for their shapes and sizing and colourings. So a stylist will gather all that information and they will help them to go through the process of creating a great wardrobe, which is going to be versatile enough for them to wear season upon season. But it's a minefield out there in the shop, so if you want a simple pair of black trousers, which are very simple, everyone needs them, you need to know what's going to suit you best, because we're all built differently.
Yeah.
We're short, we're tall, we're curvy, we're slim. Everybody's got different shapes and sizes, and we've all got different areas that we don't like.
Yeah.
So the beauty of it is to try and disguise those with the clothes. So that's what the stylist would do. So they'd really get you to appreciate what you've got and how best to use it.
Oh, I like
It's
that.
wonderful. Yes,
that
it's
does
wonderful.
Sound lovely.
It's a great job because I go shopping with them without the spending. So I'm doing the really nice part of picking everything out for them, but I'm not having to spend at the end of it. So
You're
it's
very
great for me.
talented, aren't you? Have you done this for a long time?
Well, I've been a model for a long time, so that's the other little leg of the business. So it breaks into 3 parts. So the personal styling, the catwalk modelling, and...
Oh, look, we've got a lovely picture of
That's
you there.
a very up-to-date one. That's a very up-to-date picture of me modelling a beautiful Burnshaw dress for Fanny and Frank, who are based in Woodbridge.
Oh.
A beautiful boutique there. And like you said earlier, I managed to get onto the catwalk during my show in October.
Yeah.
And this was one of the outfits that I wore.
That is stunning.
It's stunning. I felt like a princess.
You look like a princess.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
So I still do that kind of thing, you know. I've been a model since I was 18, you know, chucked out into the world, decided to become a model, and I'm still getting on the catwalk now. But I think what I've really learnt from it is to take my experience with other people and teach other models how to get into what they want to do and how to you know, fulfil the process. So doing a show, I'm actually getting so much enjoyment out of casting these models and putting them onto the catwalk exactly how I used to do it. And it's been a while now, so I thoroughly enjoy it. If someone asks me to get on the catwalk, I'll still get on, as you can see by the
You're
picture.
beautiful. You are.
Until
You're
somebody tells me to
stunning.
get off, I'm not going to get off.
No, don't.
I
You're the
thoroughly-
Naomi Campbell, are you? of
Well, I
Suffolk?
think so. I'd like
Yeah.
to think so,
I
yes.
think so. Don't you think so, viewers? Because I do. I think
Thank
you're
you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
So do you run a model agency?
Not as such.
No.
I run the company Fashion Candy Style, and like I said, it's based under 3 banners. But I'm not an agency as such, because I think I'd like to leave those to being just an agency.
Right.
My company runs on a fusion of very many different services. Modelling is just something which is involved into that. However, into the new year, having done a couple of big events now, I need a creation of model bank. So that's another one of me modelling as well. That's for one of my boutiques in Ipswich called Deja Vu. She has lots of different events during the year.
Yeah.
So we work together really well, and that's an in-house thing, which I often do.
Oh,
So that
right.
was last Christmas, I believe, so as you can see with the gold and everything. Again, it's
Beautiful.
something, yeah, they're great for my portfolio.
Yeah.
It's a great shot, and I like to work with lots of different boutiques as well. So as the modelling side of it goes, I'll get on the catwalk, but I'll also embrace some of the models which are up and coming, and the ones which were in my show earlier. I mean, some of them came and they were so shy. You know, you know, everyone gets something out of their job, don't
Yes,
they? And
yes.
I get seeing a very, very girl next door come as a casting for something, and then it comes up and it shines. There I am again.
Oh, that's
That's Suffolk Fashion Week in a very, very, very revealing dress.
I
However,
saw that.
it leaves a little bit to your imagination, which is very nice. I love, you know, I mean, I was on the microphone in the hand. Give me a microphone, and I'm quite happy to walk the stage. So yeah, again, I enjoy everything that I do, from the personal styling side, which you work one-on-one with somebody, you get an insight into how they are, because you have to understand their lifestyles and what they do, because if they're mothers, they can't wear silk shirts all day. So it's all about that as well. If they're mothers, or they've maybe lost a bit of weight, or they're doing something different, their diets and things, they've got different things they do. They may go to work, you know, so you have to dress accordingly. So that's the beauty of getting to know someone. With a model, you get onto a catwalk. The event management, you wag your finger most of the time.
Yeah, but event management, we've got so many things. I mean, going back to the stylist
Yes.
part, how would somebody contact you?
Well, the first thing to do is go into my website, which is all the W's, fashioncandy.co.uk.
Right.
You go onto that, you'll see the 3 arms of my business, and you can literally just go on and book an appointment. There's lots of different services in modelling. There's wardrobe cleansing, which does what it says on the tin. I go in, I look at somebody's wardrobe, and I take stuff out and leave some in, and then we create a capsule wardrobe.
Wow.
So that's how it works that way. Or you can just book me for an appointment. You may have something like a really nice event to go to for Christmas. Christmas is coming up. Or you might have christenings, weddings, anything like that. And you may not have an idea what you want to wear. So they can book myself, and I can decipher what you want to get out of it, your budget, all that type of thing. And then we go shopping for that particular outfit.
Wow.
It takes the stress out of what you as people have to do, because you can walk into department stores. It's such a minefield, but as a stylist, you've got a great eye for something. You know the person, you know what they're looking for. You go straight in, and everything else is not there. You just go home in on straight at what they're looking for. So you're actually saving the customer time and money, because they're not going to buy something which is just not right for them. So it's a really great process, because in the end they've created this great wardrobe which lasts forever.
And you're such a nice person that
Thank
you'd be
you.
nice to go with, you know?
It's like shopping with your friend. You know.
I get that feeling.
Yeah, it's really
I'd
nice.
be really happy to take you.
Absolutely, thank
you. can be
you.
very nervous about
Well, that's
going
it.
with somebody
Very
with,
much
with your
so.
figure.
Yeah,
and
very much so. It's
everything.
quite a personal thing,
Yeah.
shopping and styling. But
Yeah.
you have to warm to the person. You have to do a pre-consultation, so you get to know them. But I also do unisex as well, so men also they can do it as well.
Oh, right.
There I am again.
Oh, goodness.
Flashing these great pictures. That's Jamie Deadman. He's my creative partner for Suffolk Fashion Week. So he does everything fandangle of all the design.
Oh.
So he was at the one last year and he came this year and said, Pam, he says, let's do something together.
Yes.
Let's take it a bit forward. So we've got a great partnership. I have a fabulous team. I have to say, I couldn't do the job without the team. Barbara Thomas, she's the coordinator for the show. I've worked, funnily enough, it's done, sort of gone back because I used to work with her as a model. And she used to have an agency, so now she knows everything, so she's the best person to be by my side. Then I've Jay, he's Just Day Dance, he's our choreographer. He comes and puts all the wonderful routines together. I kind of know what I like and what we want to. Then you have these people putting it together for you. And then our photographers, you couldn't fault them. I mean, Ian Heffer, Tanya Simpson, they all come along through all the rehearsals, every single casting. They take all these pictures of these wonderful models and they create something really quite fabulous. So I couldn't do it without that infrastructure.
You've got a good team.
I've got a fabulous
Yes.
team, and you know it wouldn't happen without them. You know, they put it together. I keep it together as such
Yes.
because I think that's a director's role.
Yeah.
But without them, I couldn't do it. And of course, the models. They dedicated their Sundays every Sunday to come along to rehearsals, 3 or 4 hours a day.
Wow.
For there I am. This is quite a relatively new picture. This is one which.
Beautiful,
It's,
lovely colour.
it's me.
I like that.
If anybody knows me, my favourite colour is red.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, so everything to do with red is me. So
Yeah.
I've just made a banner up, taking my business a little bit further. So that was my signature photo. So one of
Right.
my photographers took that as well. So
Yes, because I think we've got a picture coming up with you on
a banner?
Yes, I
Yes.
think that'll be coming up
yeah,
soon.
lovely.
And I'm looking forward to seeing
There
that.
it is.
Ah,
So that's the
there it
entrance
is.
to Trinity Park, and that was where we put all the banners to everyone involved in it. As you can see, it was a charity thing as well.
right,
We raised
yes.
money for Ormiston.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous hairdressers. You know that Suffolk's saturated with hairdressers. Adam and Eve, I can honestly say, they were so good at the show that they made the models look like models, you know, and the makeup artist, Sherry Norrington, who works within Adam and Eve, she came in, and you can see some of the pictures of the models, it's standout makeup, and they've done a fabulous job. I thoroughly enjoy, I've worked with lots of hairdressers, but I can honestly say they were one of the best I've worked with.
And this is all local?
All local people. They've got
Good
a branch in
grief.
Felixstowe, actually. Adam and
Really?
Eve. Yeah, they've got 3 branches, 2 in Ipswich, 1 in Felixstowe. I think they've got the men's one down here. They're fabulous. I highly recommend it to anybody.
I say it all the time, and I have to say it all the time. Felixstowe has everything.
It has.
It's a little gem.
It is a little
and
gem.
Suffolk.
Yes, Suffolk
You
itself.
have to go out a little bit further.
You do.
Suffolk.
Yeah, very much so.
You've worked in London.
I've worked in London. I've worked as a model in London.
Yeah.
I've worked with people in London. I'm lucky enough to be able to write a column as well for a magazine, a fashion column. Yeah.
Wow. What don't you do?
What don't
You
I
are so
do? Goodness
busy.
me, sleep, Maureen, to be fair. That's probably what I don't do. I mean, a column's a column, you know. I put down my ideas onto something. My lovely creative director puts it together for me and sends it over. So I'm broadening in where I'm going. So that's Essex. So it's Suffolk, Norfolk, Essex.
Right.
I think I stop about just on the border of London because London is it in itself.
Well, I was going to say, but what you've produced, could you do any better in London? You did such a lovely job. We showed the film
Yes.
on a Felixstowe television. We showed the film about the Suffolk
Yes,
show.
it was marvellous.
And
What you done was fantastic.
Oh.
Felixstowe TV, I can honestly credit them with. We when the team saw the video, we were blown away because you captured everything we wanted to capture,
Yes.
you know, and
Thank
we
you.
didn't have the privilege of having that facility last year. So this year, when we saw it and watched it, all the models always say, what do we look like on stage? I do that. You know,
Yes,
you want
of
to
course
see
you
what you
do.
look like
Yeah.
back. A
Yeah.
still is a still. You can see it on a photograph,
Yeah.
but if you want to see how they're walking, and the only way you can do that is by a video.
Yes.
So this one we've got here, that's just another one here just to cut in there. That one was another poster of mine. If you look just at the bottom of that, Vogue magazine, another accreditation that I have.
Oh, wow.
I won't take full responsibility for it, but I did appear in it last year.
Fantastic.
So as a model and me, it's where you always want to be.
Yeah.
Worked with Deja Vu Boutique on that one. She got offered the space and she used me as the model. So I was very lucky to have a lovely picture taken with Vogue running beside it.
Well,
It's a
you look
model's dream.
great.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Gosh, you do so much. And we haven't even got on to event management, which is another part of your company, isn't it?
that's a relatively newish part to the business. I kind of fell into that. In the last couple of years, people have asked me to put little events on. So I've managed to do that, and then they kind of got a bit bigger. So what I've developed is a great infrastructure to be able for me to go along and bid for projects like fashion events.
Yeah.
So I've got everybody in place, the models, the photographers, the choreographers, and me. So you can take that along to lots of different places, hopefully, and put on big events. But as I'm an Ipswich girl and a Suffolk girl, and proud,
Yes,
I'd like
good for
to.
you.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to keep it here as our baby.
Yeah.
You know, let's build it from here, and you
Yes.
know, and this is where it's emerged from. So, you know, I'm quite happy to carry on doing that and gaining experience as well on the way for me as well.
Fantastic.
Because it's great for me.
I'm just amazed at how much there is in Suffolk.
There
It's
is a lot in
wonderful.
Suffolk, Maureen, and it doesn't get highlighted. I wish it would, and I hope this is what's going to help do that. If we can put it on the map. Oh, look at that. Now, they're my boys.
Oh, your
I
boys
call
are
them my
lovely.
boys. They're 8 fabulous models I had for Suffolk Fashion Week. Every one of them are absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
This was an end shot of a shop called Urban Vintage, which is one of the independent shops in Ipswich. And that was one of the end shots.
Yeah.
So this is what we get to. We get to producing something like this
That
in
was
Suffolk.
fabulous. I'd love to see that picture again.
No, it's just wonderful, isn't it?
It
Look at
really
that.
was. Look at that.
And they've got such a
Yeah.
mean look as well.
They
They have,
really-
but that's what we wanted to choreograph. So all credit to my choreographer again and Barbara, who, you know, puts it together. I put my eye over it and I said, yes, that's it.
It
So,
is.
you know,
It's a
it's a
fabulous
beautiful
model
shot.
picture,
And
yeah.
he can use that as almost like a campaign shot. So the retailers got lots out of Suffolk Fashion Week because we supply them with these great images as well.
Yeah. I think I think you did a wonderful
Thank
job.
you. Really
when we
good.
went along,
Yes.
you know, we thought it would be nice.
Yes.
We thought it would be good,
Yes.
but we didn't think it'd be as amazing
No,
as it
no,
was.
no,
You
I think-
really put
thank
on a
you, yeah.
professional, beautiful show.
Thank you.
So, have you got any more coming up at the moment, or is it not that time of year?
Yes and no. Next week I've got my probably last event of the year, which is at Seckford Hall, which is a lifestyle event, which has just got loads of different people ready for Christmas shopping. I'm doing a sort of pop-up fashion shop show.
Right.
So very informal. The models are walking around with some of the retailers. So I've got that. That's the last one for this year. Thank goodness, in a nicest way,
Yes.
so I can get a little bit of my breath back.
Yes.
And then come next year, you then enter into spring summer. So you take December and sort of half of January because you've got Christmas and sales.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've cut that off, and then you get into February. This is when the spring summer collections start to come in. So that's when the next events will start to come up. So next year, again, planning for Suffolk Fashion Week 15. So you have to start planning that about April time of
Yes.
next year because it's
Yeah.
quite fast forward. In between them, you know, again, I work for Coes as well, Coes of Ipswich, and they've got some sister companies I think they've got one in Felixstowe now as well. And I go out and do little bits of it there as well. So I work on things like that throughout the year. And then lots of other different boutiques will have other little events as well.
Yes.
So personal styling in there as well.
Wow.
And with, you know, but I've got a bit of TV work coming up next year as well. Yeah.
And TV
A
work.
little bit of TV work.
what
but
are
the
you doing?
Well, I can't really say too
Oh,
much,
okay,
but
okay.
no, it's fine. All it is that I will be working on a particular show as a wardrobe director. So that will all start to come out hopefully in the new year. But talking on TV, I have popped in on screen a couple of times. A couple of years ago, I went to a casting agency in London, and I managed to get into Skyfall, which was the big blockbuster with Craig.
Oh
yes,
my goodness.
absolutely. So I'm very, very lucky that I actually got on screen as well. So a little another hat there, which is just something you just have to put yourself out there, Maureen. You know, if you want to be seen, be seen. There's 1,000 odd people. And to get onto screen, you have to really put your hand up and say, look, you know, I'm here. So I did, you know, me being the wallflower that I am. Off I went. And I managed to get 2 slots on screen in the actual film, next to the co-star, which is Javier Bardem. So it was lovely to be on set with this great production and then actually get on screen. And then subsequently following that, I managed to get onto another TV programme called Philomena, which was the one with Judi Dench and Steve Coogan.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah, so I managed to get on screen on that as well, pushing myself forward. So that's the TV side. So all in all, I think I just like being...
You're a star.
Like being in front of a camera.
Yeah. Look, you heard it here first on Felixstowe Television. We have a real star here. Fabulous.
Wonderful.
Oh, you do far more than I even thought you did.
Do you know what? I have a passion, Maureen, and I think when you have a passion about something, it shines through.
Yes.
And to me, it's not like I'm doing a daily job. You know, it is a daily job, but I'm waking up doing something I really love every single day. I get so much out of it. Seeing people from the styling side, when they're all of a sudden they blossom from this very shy person into this person who stands up and puts their head up because they're wearing something very lovely that they'd never put on, just a different colour maybe. Yeah. And then on the catwalk, obviously, you're wearing people's clothes, looking great in these beautiful clothes. So it's just a chance to show off. And
beautiful. You do it so beautifully, though.
And with the event management, you put the whole lot together. Yeah. So you style it, you've got the models, then you've got the music, and everything goes together, and there you've got a lovely fashion event. So it just amalgamates everything that I love. And I couldn't think of anything else better to do. You know,
sounds wonderful.
It is wonderful.
But you have to know what you're doing. You do.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you know, I didn't study for any of it. I became a model and always loved fashion. You know, I said to my family and friends, I was always the one who would match the shoes with the dress when I was 6 or 7, you know. And I was a dancer. I'd done ballet, I'd done ballroom and Latin dancing. So I think it creates a bit of elegance into your life.
Well, I was going to say you would walk elegantly.
Yeah, so I think that's where I all moulded into where I was. So, you know, I'm still dancing on the dance floor now. So I think the whole thing just comes together, doesn't it? And socially, I've always worked in very, very socially skilled jobs as a sales rep, so you're meeting people. I was a host at Ipswich Town Football Club for 17 years in their premier corporate lounge. So I hosted them. So I've always been in an element of talking to people and having to understand people's needs. So I think that's where it all sort of merged into it. And then someone said, you always look so lovely. So I thought, well, perhaps I'll take that and to put it into everything else. And I think nowadays we're saturated with, you know, magazines which are saying you've got to wear this, the latest trend, this and this. Get a little bit lost. And I think stylists just keep it together. You know, it's all within whatever you've got to spend, you know, it's nothing. Yeah, it's great.
So tell me, where are you based?
I'm actually based in Ipswich, so I'm the product, aren't I?
Yes.
So I don't need an office as such, I don't need products. So I'm the product. I live in Ipswich, you know, central of Ipswich, with my partner. And so I'm based in Ipswich, and that's where my address will be, but I go everywhere. So as far as Norwich, Norfolk and Suffolk, and I go take that radius.
Understood. And so to contact you will be on your website?
On my website, my website is allthewsfashioncandy.co.uk. If you want to email me, it's pamela@fashioncandy.co.uk. Everything's Fashion Candy, and the phone number will be on there as well. So drop a little note on there and I can answer anything you need to answer.
Well, I think we'll put that up at the end so that we've got that on the screen. So if anybody's interested, please contact Pam. And I know Pam would love to. I think I'll contact Pam. I could do with help.
Oh, bless you. Everyone can do with help, everybody.
But where do you see yourself going? You know, because you're such a dynamic woman, and you're expanding.
Yeah.
How do you see things going?
I think I'll continue to do what I'm doing. I think it will expand naturally. I think it will, you know, I'll go to where I need to go. I think I'll do lots of mentoring. I like a little bit of mentoring because I like to see...
How does that happen?
Mentoring as in models, maybe. I'll develop probably a model bank which
Right.
will then create a big bank for me for models, so that
Right.
I have events which go on during the year, that I will pick them from that model bank.
Is that an agency?
Not
is there
really.
A difference?
It's a complete difference. An
Right.
agency is an agency, so you have to sign up and you have to be bound to them or whatever. But a bank is a company which holds models there,
Yeah.
and they have a small fee to join, but they, you know, they're going to be exclusively used via me. So that I will, anything I'll see, I'll look at the bank, I'll take them out, and I'll say, instead of me having to go outside of that. So they've got first choice, really.
Right.
So that's what the bank is all about. So I'll take that forward in the new year, because I've got lots of models coming to me saying, I'd love to be in a show next year. You know, I've seen it, because my daughter is this, and you know what mums
Yeah.
and dads
Yes,
are like.
yes.
You know, the daughters and sons are wonderful, aren't they?
Yes.
Of course they are. So I'll invite them in and then take it from there. So,
Right.
you know, a succession of that. Personal styling, I'll take it as it is. You know, I was in Westfield yesterday afternoon in a shopping centre with a client who just needed a new capsule wardrobe. So I've done that. So it's a case of just taking that forward as well. So if anyone's got personal styling needs in any length, even you can even do parties and you can do girls' days. There's lots of different services that you can do. So you can get a bunch of girls together over an evening. It's a 2-hour session. And I come along and I do open forums, we do a few games and so styling parties.
lovely.
Yeah, there's lots of different ways of looking at styling. So I'll start to do things like that.
Yeah.
And a model's a model. I mean, if you ask me tomorrow to get on a catwalk, I will. And in 2 years' time, I'll still do the same thing. So
Fabulous. You could as well.
everybody
That's
knows
you've
what
done
I
for
can
years.
do. Yes, absolutely. So, you know, it's taking Fashion Candy style forward. You know, I'm taking it step by step, you know, doing as much as I can under the same umbrella, and hopefully Suffolk, Essex and Norfolk will embrace it all and start to work together so we can really put Felixstowe,
Yes.
Suffolk, Norfolk and Essex on the fashion map, because there are some real great
wonderful.
places.
Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that what we need to hear? I think
Absolutely.
you should be supported.
Yes,
I
think
really
so
do.
too.
And we want to watch this space. We'll
Yes,
watch this space and we'll see where
absolutely.
Pam goes, because I think you're going to go a long way with your enthusiasm and your skills.
And your support, Maureen.
Oh, always, always. Well, Felixstowe Television is here to support.
Yeah,
It
it's
really is.
lovely.
And you're wonderful to support.
Thank
We
you.
want to watch what you do.
Thank you.
We want to know what she's doing next, don't we? Thank you so much for coming
Thank
today.
you.
It's been wonderful.
Thank you for inviting me.
No,
Thank you
it's
so
been
much.
smashing.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for watching, and watch this space. I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more about Pam, you know, and Fashion Candy style. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.